Good morning everybody. So welcome to IIP.com. So today we are going to discuss about market orientation and product orientation. So what is market orientation? So market orientation refers to catering the needs and wants towards the customer. So it's an outward looking approach. So there are various advantages of market orientation. So first of all, the first advantage of doing market orientation is better chances of survival. As we all know that market orientation is based upon market research. So the company understands what the customer really want, and by understanding them they launch the product. So it creates a better survival for the product, as the customers will get more attracted towards the product. And second thing is creative flexibility. So there are also various disadvantages of market orientation. So the first disadvantage that we will discuss is dynamic nature of the business. As we all know that business is very dynamic in nature. So anything and everything could happen in fractions of seconds, or it could happen anytime. So it's very risky. It's also risky at the same time. The second thing is it's very expensive to carry out. So as we all know that in order to conduct market research and in order to understand the customers, a lot of money is required to conduct the market research. For example, for example, you are conducting a market research for any of the product. Primary market research. So you have to spend a lot of money in order to do market research, so it's very expensive. So coming to product orientation is inward looking. It focuses on the product itself rather than focusing on the needs and wants of the customer. So there are various advantages of doing so. So there's one law in economics called sales law. It says that the supply creates its own demand. So it's very beneficial for the company if they are doing so. If they are launching a very innovative product in the market, it will create that supply of that product will create itself its own demand. If that particular product is very innovative in itself, then obviously that product will succeed in the market. So the second advantage of doing product orientation is better control over the operational activities. As we all know that rather than focusing on the market orientation and based upon the market research, the company focuses on research and development, and after doing the R&D, they launch the product. And these were the advantages of product orientation. So now we'll discuss the disadvantages of product orientation. So product orientation, first of all, the major disadvantage of product orientation is high cost. That's incurred because of research and development. As we all know that in order to make a new product, the company spends a lot of finance, a lot of money into research and development to make that product. So a lot of high cost has been incurred. So that's one big major disadvantages of product orientation. So the second disadvantage is no guarantee. There's no guarantee that that particular product will succeed in the market. So if, for example, like iPhone launches its new iPod with camera functions and everything, so it is not very evident that it is not very sure, the company is not so sure that that particular product will be succeeded in the market. So there is no guarantee for that. So there are various factors which determine for the company to choose whether they have to be market oriented or product oriented. The first factors that determine the orientation of the company is barriers to entry. Depending on the ease of entry in the market, the company decide what to choose. If there are very high barriers to entry, obviously the company will adopt product orientation. And if the market is very easy to entry, then it will adopt market orientation, because it has to become very competitive in the market. That's the reason why they'll adopt market orientation. So the second factor is organizational culture. If the company thinks that the customer is the king and the customer is the lord, and they respect the customer and they understand that the customer is the one who is making the company run into the market and making the company succeed in the market, they'll go for product orientation, because they'll focus on customers. Sorry, I'm so sorry, it's not product orientation. It's market orientation. They'll go for market orientation by understanding customers, by seeing the real need of customer, the what actually the customer want. After doing that, the company will launch that particular product. So it's very effective, market orientation. So depending on the organizational culture, they'll adopt either market orientation or a product orientation. So the third is the market. So it's kind of very similar to barriers to entry. For example, like if it's very competitive, then it will adopt market orientation, and if it's less competitive, then it will adopt product orientation. So this is how we discuss about product orientation, market orientation. That's it. Thank you, everybody.